I would say it's very affirming. Just as an individual artist, to be kind of invited into not only Zeitz but a show like this, which is really like kind of like a survey show about like a lot of important painting that has been done and that is being done. So it's very affirming for my own practice and the work that I do. In some ways, the title kind of makes sense as well, like for my own work. Actually, one of the paintings I have in the show is titled like a portrait of the subject position. So I think that is implicit in terms of what gaze I'm working from and what gaze I'm looking to, or what position I'm working from or what position I'm looking to, who my audience is in a way. Actually, in the show, it will be like easier for me to mention artists who didn't influence me, I think. Like, it's a broad swath of artists, from American painters like James Marshall, South African artists like 𝘾𝙚𝙣𝙩𝙪𝙧𝙗, artists from Botswana like 𝘾𝙚𝙣𝙩𝙪𝙧𝙗. The list doesn't end. Generally, I'm not too sure, but because I come from a place like Botswana, which hasn't had like typically as much visibility as other countries in terms of visual arts, I feel like me working as a Motswana artist and being part of a show like this is kind of like showing, I don't know, people who might not be familiar with art from Botswana that, you know, there are practitioners from there. And the main thrust of my work is about my positionality, and so I make my work through that lens of a Motswana artist kind of practicing in this art world. And so the frames of references that informed my development and the way I see the world and the topics I'm interested in, so that informs the projects that I do and the paintings that I make. So one of the paintings is called a portrait of the subject position at onset, and the other one is called Proposition 5, Painting 1, Zombie Figuration. And the works deal with the idea of the black body, but the term black body in this case is borrowed from physics, which is a hypothetical idea. So I do work with figures, but I'm trying to kind of broaden the definition of what a black body could be in a way. I think I use figuration and the body or portraiture as part of like a longer conversation in art or in painting. I look at a lot of artists who have come before me, and that kind of influences what I make in terms of trying to continue maybe from where they left off in a way. So this is why like the idea of an expansive black body kind of appealed to me, because there was kind of a lot of room to explore that idea. But I think figuration in itself, and also maybe like black figuration is or has become a genre on its own, or a canon, and so part of me using that is kind of referencing what has come before or highlighting what has come before and continuing off from that. Also, the figure, maybe specifically the black figure, could be is a signifier for like either a certain worldview or a certain positionality. I think that might be implicit, so I also approach it in that way of like it does work as a kind of signifier as well.